Hello, I'm Dr. Tiffany Keenan. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the ketogenic way of eating. Many of you have had several questions about what this truly involves. What is a keto diet? Well, keto is a way of eating that involves having low carbohydrates and high amounts of healthy fats. So you may ask, well, how can this be healthy for me? Well, first we have to learn a bit about our bodies. So we have two sources of energy. Our bodies can burn sugar or carbohydrates, or they can burn fat as their source of fuel. So for most of us, we've been living our lives eating a high starch diet. We have 3 meals a day plus snacks in between, and our sugar levels need to be maintained to keep our bodies burning at a certain capacity. Well, when we go on a ketogenic diet, we cut away the sugar. So we cut it down to very low levels. And what this allows us to do is for our bodies to burn fat. So many people think of this as the way to lose weight, which it can be for so many individuals. Your body will switch from burning the starch, which is stored away in our body, to burning the fat stores. And this is simply how it works. We're changing the fuel source from sugar to burning fat. So it sounds pretty simple, right? So how do I eat this way? Well, it's actually not very complicated. The key thing to think about by eating a ketogenic diet is that you're eating real foods. So foods basically as close as they can be to their natural form. So what do you eat? You eat meat, eggs, fish, and natural sources of protein that you find. And then you can eat vegetables. We try to stick with mostly above the ground vegetables because these vegetables tend to have a lot less sugar or starch content. And then of course you're going to add in natural fats. So where do we get these natural fats? From nuts, from seeds, from butter, from coconut oil, from avocados. It sounds pretty good so far, right? So that's it. So this is what we eat, is real food when we're eating a ketogenic diet. Now, what are the things that we need to avoid? Well, guess what? It's the sugar. And most of you say, well, I only put a little sugar in my coffee. Maybe I sprinkle a little bit in my cereal, but it's much more than that. Most of the food that you'll find that's in a box is processed. If you look on the side and you see carbohydrates, well, guess what? Carbohydrates get converted into sugar in our bodies. So we need to avoid those sorts of things. So candies, cookies, sweets, and guess what? Yes, even a lot of fruit. We know that fruit is really healthy and it's good for us, but some of us call it God's candy. So maybe think of it that way when you're going to have a serving of fruit. And so in a ketogenic diet, we really reduce our sugar down to low amounts. Most people, when they are on a strict ketogenic diet, will keep that amount to 20 grams of net carbohydrates a day. Many people to choose a low carbohydrate lifestyle, and then that amount of carbohydrates can be up to 75 or 100 grams. So it's all based on personal choice. But the key thing is that you're eating whole, real foods. What are the medical benefits of a ketogenic diet? The primary one that comes to mind for me truly is diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is a condition that can be reversed if you are able to lower the amount of carbohydrates that you're eating in your body. The other thing that we see that is reversed is high blood pressure, also cholesterol, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and sugar addiction. Many people have been struggling with sugar addiction for years, and sugar in experiments where they've looked at mice has been seen to be more addictive than cocaine. And also sugar can't be avoided in our bodies. But when you switch to a ketogenic diet, our body feels very satisfied by eating fats, and it reduces that addiction that we have to sugar. So does this work? Is really a ketogenic diet working for people? Are they keeping the weight off? Well, 9 weeks ago, I started the Keto Metabolic Reset Program. And our members so far have lost on average of 15 pounds. We've had 3 people come off of their blood pressure medications, another come off of her sleeping medications, and another reduce the amount of pain medications that they were taking. So I think this is pretty impressive results. As a physician, and I see people a lot, often it's one medication after the other. But truly, we're using a ketogenic diet as a therapeutic nutrition profile. So maybe think of it that way, that you'll have the choice of going on a medication or maybe making this as one of the switches to your lifestyle by eating a real whole foods based approach. If you'd like more information on how to start following the ketogenic or low carbohydrate diet, then please join me. I'll be hosting a workshop on Saturday, April the 14th. At this workshop, we'll explore the basics of low carbohydrate and healthy fat eating. This won't be solely a ketogenic presentation. Basically, this is a way of life for everybody. So come, bring a family or bring a friend. If you'd like further details, please email me at drkeenan@mev2.ca or just send me a message through Facebook and I'll get back to you shortly. So I hope this video has given you some of the basics of how to follow a ketogenic or low carbohydrate way of eating. And I really hope that you will give this approach to eating a try. Thank you.